The contrast between eras in professional golf has rarely been illustrated as vividly as it is today, and few moments capture that shift better than Jack Nicklaus reacting to the rapid rise of Cameron Young. What once took a legendary career spanning decades can now, remarkably, unfold in just a matter of weeks. Back in 1962, Nicklaus arrived at Doral as a young rookie, only 7 tournaments into his professional journey. The course, modest by today's standards, stretched to just under 7,000 yards and struggled to even field a full field of 144 players. The PGA Tour itself was still evolving, and so was Nicklaus. That version of Doral, far removed from the spectacle it has become, represented a simpler time in golf, when prestige outweighed prize money and players built legacies through consistency over long careers rather than explosive short-term success. Fast forward to the present day, and the transformation is staggering. In just 4 days of competition, Cameron Young secured a $3.6 million payday at Doral. Even more astonishing, that wasn't his biggest check of the season. Only weeks earlier, he had earned $4.5 million by winning the Players Championship, bringing his total winnings from 2 victories within 2 months to a staggering $8.1 million. Nicklaus, watching these developments unfold on his phone, expressed both admiration and disbelief. In a candid and somewhat humorous reaction, he noted that Young had earned nearly as much in those 2 wins as Nicklaus himself had accumulated over his entire career across both the PGA Tour and PGA Tour champions. For a player widely regarded as one of the greatest in the history of the sport, the comparison is both humbling and revealing. To understand the magnitude of this shift, it's important to look at Nicklaus's career earnings in context. During his rookie season in 1962, he earned just $61,868. His most successful financial year came in 1972, when he brought in $320,542. Over a remarkable 25-year career from 1962 to 1986, Nicklaus averaged roughly $198,000 per season and never exceeded $350,000 in a single year. Yet during that time, he won 73 PGA Tour titles and captured an unmatched 18 major championships, achievements that define greatness in golf. In total, Nicklaus earned approximately $5.73 million in official PGA Tour prize money, along with an additional $3.37 million on the senior circuit. These figures, impressive for their time, pale in comparison to today's financial landscape. Young, for instance, has already surpassed $32 million in career earnings by 2026, and his trajectory suggests that number will continue to climb rapidly. The disparity highlights more than just inflation or gradual growth, it underscores a fundamental transformation in how professional golf operates. The modern era has introduced a level of financial opportunity that previous generations could scarcely imagine. If Nicklaus's 73 victories were to occur in today's environment, even conservative estimates suggest his earnings would reach astronomical levels, potentially placing him among the highest-earning athletes in sports history. Nicklaus himself recognizes that this shift is not merely about money, but about the evolving nature of competition and success. Reflecting on Young's recent performances, he emphasized the psychological aspect of winning, noting that success often builds upon itself. Once a player experiences victory, the confidence gained can make subsequent wins more attainable. This insight, coming from a player who mastered the art of winning over decades, adds weight to his assessment of Young's potential. It's also worth noting that Nicklaus has a history of accurately identifying greatness early. In 1996, after playing alongside a young Tiger Woods at Augusta, he predicted that Woods would surpass both him and Arnold Palmer in Masters victories, a prediction that ultimately proved true. When Nicklaus speaks about a player's trajectory, it carries a level of credibility that few others can match. The evolution of Doral itself serves as a microcosm of the broader changes in golf. Once a relatively modest course, it has expanded to 7,739 yards, reflecting the increased power and athleticism of modern players. The field has also shrunk to an exclusive group of 72 top competitors, emphasizing quality over quantity and aligning with the PGA Tour's new strategic direction. This brings us to one of the most significant drivers behind the surge in prize money, the introduction of signature events on the PGA Tour. These events, featuring smaller fields and significantly larger purses, were developed in response to the emergence of LIV Golf, which disrupted the traditional structure of professional golf by offering massive guaranteed contracts to top players. In an effort to retain its talent and remain competitive, the PGA Tour reimagined its schedule, creating high-stakes tournaments with purses often reaching $20 million or more. The Players Championship, for example, now boasts a $25 million purse, making it one of the richest events in the sport. Within this new framework, players like Cameron Young have unprecedented opportunities to accumulate wealth quickly. His $8.1 million haul from just 2 tournaments is not an anomaly but rather a reflection of the current system. The structure rewards peak performance in marquee events, allowing players to achieve in weeks what once required years, or even entire careers. Young's journey makes his recent success even more compelling. Not long ago, he was navigating the challenges of qualifying for major tournaments, including having to go through US Open qualifying. Now, he stands among an elite group of players who have won both Doral and the Players Championship in the same season, a distinction he shares only with Tiger Woods. This rapid ascent highlights a broader shift in how greatness is defined in modern golf. In Nicklaus's era, legacy was built over decades through sustained excellence. Today, while longevity still matters, there is a growing emphasis on peak performance and the ability to capitalize on high-value opportunities. The financial implications of this shift extend beyond individual players. They influence how careers are planned, how tournaments are structured, and how the sport is consumed by fans. The stakes are higher, the rewards are greater, and the pressure to perform is more intense than ever. Yet, despite these changes, certain aspects of the game remain constant. The mental toughness required to win, the precision needed to compete at the highest level, and the resilience to overcome setbacks are timeless qualities that transcend eras. Nicklaus's observation that winning breeds winning speaks to a universal truth in sports: success creates momentum, and momentum can define careers. For Cameron Young, the challenge now is to sustain this momentum. Early success, while impressive, must be followed by consistency to establish a lasting legacy. The modern game offers the tools and opportunities to achieve this, but it also demands adaptability and focus in an increasingly competitive environment. For fans, the juxtaposition of Nicklaus's era and today's game provides a fascinating perspective on how far golf has come. It invites reflection on the nature of greatness and how it is measured. Is it the number of victories, the accumulation of wealth, or the impact a player has on the sport? The answer likely lies in a combination of all these factors. Nicklaus's reaction, blending humor with genuine admiration, captures the essence of this moment. It's a reminder that while the game continues to evolve, the respect between generations endures. Legends of the past can appreciate the achievements of the present, even as they marvel at the differences. In many ways, Cameron Young represents the future of golf, a player capable of thriving in a system designed for high performance and high rewards. His recent success is not just a personal milestone but a reflection of the sport's ongoing transformation. As the PGA Tour continues to adapt and innovate, the gap between eras will likely grow even wider. Prize money may increase further, new formats may emerge, and the definition of success may continue to evolve. Yet, the foundation of the game, its traditions, its challenges, and its capacity to inspire, will remain unchanged. Ultimately, the story of Jack Nicklaus and Cameron Young is not just about money or records. It's about the passage of time, the evolution of a sport, and the enduring pursuit of excellence. It's a narrative that connects generations, offering both a sense of nostalgia and a glimpse into the future. And as Nicklaus himself might suggest, the numbers tell only part of the story. The rest is written on the course, one swing at a time.